Okay, Team DeBelo. Today we are going to study the water cycle and we're going to be doing an experiment. But before we even get started today, I want you to tell me on your play pause it, what is the water cycle? What do you know about the water cycle? Okay, so guys, today we're going to do a little bit experiment to learn and understand the parts of the water cycle. So the experiment's going to include a 2-liter bottle, a cup of ice that I have dyed blue, and warm water. So I'm going to take the warm water that I've heated over the stove, and I'm going to pour it into the bottom of this 2-liter bottle. And then I'm going to place the ice over it. So my first question is, as we study this bottle, and I'm going to keep it up here for a second, how do we know evaporation is taking place? Evaporation is the first step in the water cycle. How do we know evaporation is taking place? Take some time and write this down on your play pause it. Okay, the next question I have is, as we can see, we have the warm water here, but if you notice, there is something forming on the outside. There's water on the outside of this cup. Now, I have water on the inside of this cup, and I have water on the inside of that one, but now I have water on the outside. So, this is known as condensation, but I want you to take a moment and reflect. Where did that water come from? Evaporation isn't something that we can normally see. It's invisible. And so last week we did the wet jeans experiment, and you guys made these beautiful jeans and I sprayed them with water. And then after an hour, the jeans were dry, and I asked, what happened to that water? Well, it didn't go up to the sun, it didn't go up to a cloud, it didn't disappear. It actually turned into something called water vapor. Now, water vapor, if I take the lid off our little experiment, now, maybe, not right now, you can't see the steam, but water vapor is when water turns into a gas. And so water actually goes into the air. There is constantly water in the air we breathe. In Houston, we can actually tell it a lot more because we have a ton of humidity. And so Miss DeBelo will do her hair really awesome, and she'll walk outside and all of a sudden it'll go cray cray. And that's because of the humidity or the water in the air. It's because we live so close to the ocean and the bay and lakes. So anyway, so evaporation happens when this water, this heated water, starts going into the air, and it starts going up into a cooler atmosphere. So our atmosphere in the sky is really, really cold, and so condensation will start to build, and ultimately, when you have a lot of condensation, it will start to form clouds. And so clouds is a bunch of water droplets of water vapor all accumulating together, and then when it gets too heavy for it to last any longer in the clouds, it will start forming precipitation. So the first step is we have evaporation, and then we have condensation, where all of the water vapor is collected and it cools, and when it cools, it will turn to rain, like these water little droplets that are about to fall. And or if it's really cold atmosphere, it will turn into hail, sleet, or snow, and it will become a solid instead of a liquid. Now, I know I asked you guys, where's this water coming from? This water is coming from water vapor. If you recognize, these drops are not blue. The liquid inside the cup is blue, but these droplets, they're not blue. They're clear. That means the water didn't come from inside the cup. The water actually came from here. And so this, because it's warm, turned into a gas, and when it met a cool point in the sky, in the atmosphere, then it started to condensate, and then it will start to become precipitation or rain. After it comes back to the earth, That is called accumulation. So then it goes back into our oceans, our lakes, our rivers, our seas, and the water cycle continues over and over and over again. So the reality is the same water that was here with the dinosaurs were here is the same water we use today. It's just being reused and refiltered. This is the Earth's filtering system. So if this was salt water would evaporate, but as it evaporates, only the water turns into the vapor. The salt falls back to the earth. So it becomes fresh water again. And so this is a fresh water cycle filter. So now the last question I want you to answer on your PlayPosit is, what is something new that you learned about the water cycle? And what are some questions that you still have that we can investigate over the next couple of days? I hope you guys enjoyed this.